This is Eagle Al, and today we're going to talk about Jalen Carter and how an Eagles legend said he's still underdeveloped. Also, we got to talk about Saquon Barkley, how he proved haters wrong. And lastly, Nolan Smith, it's his time to shine. But let's get straight into it. All right, man, before we hop straight into it, today, there will be OTAs around 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, of course, I'll have a video about OTAs probably tomorrow because y'all know me. I don't rush my OTA videos out or my training camp videos out. I try to get as much information as possible than I usually have it the next day. Also, we signed a UDFA, Marcus Tate, an offensive lineman. Honestly, I thought that would be the last thing we do is sign another offensive lineman, being though we got two open roster spots. I'm like, guards, tackles. That's the last thing we need. We went in the draft and got a couple. We signed some before the draft, and we had some UDFAs, and we just signed another one. So look, I'm with Stoutland. Whatever Stoutland do, he know what he's doing. I'm gonna just say that if he like, yo, we need more, go get him some more guys. Howie is a genius, man. Howie's just a straight up genius. So we traded Bryce Huff is officially official. He is traded to the 49ers. But the big thing is, what is this mid round pick thing? Is it like just a six that can be a fifth? Nah, it's a fifth that can be a fourth. So you traded a guy that gave you no production to possibly get a fifth or even a fourth. That's really good. I thought we was gonna get a seventh. Hell, I thought we was gonna cut him. And the big part is you still found way to save money. Yes, we made a mistake, but we turned that mistake into a positive. So now you're going into the draft with 13 picks. Are the Eagles selecting 13 guys? Hell no. But you got leverage going into the following season, getting some guys, possibly trading for some guys. So look, this is a good thing. How we know what he's doing. He literally turned the mistake into a positive. Because now if Bryce Huff ball out, I'm happy for him, first of all. Then second, that turns into a fourth. Now we don't know the conditions. Do he got to meet a sack requirement or snaps play requirement? We're not sure of that yet. But if he hit those requirements, that's a fourth. A fourth for the Eagles. For Bryce Huff, a guy who gave you two sacks. Or one and a half, something like that. That's insane. That is insane. But shout out to Howie Roseman, man, finding ways to save money and getting a good draft pick. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. Let's talk about Saquon Barkley. I want to salute Saquon Barkley, man, doing some big things. He's officially on the cover of Madden. It was announced. Actually, I seen it as Geno's Steaks or whatever, in Philadelphia. I'm saying whatever because nobody really liked they cheese steaks. Even when I go to Philly, I don't think to go to Geno's. I know they got the popularity, but like it's Kabibu's like you got some good ones out there. But I seen it there first. I seen the picture. It was like steak quans and then 26. I'm like, oh, this look like an announcement to Madden. When I say like 2 minutes later, it's like, oh yeah, Saquon's gonna be on the cover of Madden. Couple things came out of him jumping over the guy from the Jaguars. They had the harness on them or whatever. Like just little behind the scenes stuff on how they made the cover. And it just made sense. Madden 26, Saquon Barkley, number 26, had his best year in Philadelphia, over 2,000 yards, had the most rushing yards by a running back in the full season in NFL history. Saquon Barkley did some big things and won the Super Bowl. Can't forget about that. Offensive Player of the Year. He just did a lot. And Saquon was always one of those dudes in the division. There was two guys I really respected in the division at the time. It was Zeke Elliott and it was Saquon Barkley. But to me, Saquon was always the better one. Because I felt like Zeke, he was talented, but you see his offseason, gimmicks and stuff. I'm like, yo, his talent is gonna go to the shitter because he's not developing it. Like he's not working on it. He's partying, he's doing this and doing that. What you seen. Two guys later in their career, Saquon's still playing at a high level because he take care of his body. Yeah, Saquon party here and there, but you see the off-season training where as though you'll see pictures of Zeke like, yo, he gaining weight. He got that donut. Whereas though Saquon stayed in shape. And I always thought Saquon was just a better guy because Saquon wasn't even on a good team and he still got his yards. Zeke had the best O line and he got his yards for sure, but you seen the decline. You seen it. And Saquon, hell, you could say he's getting better as he age. Especially if we get a healthy Saquon. Again, it just all made sense. It all made sense for Saquon. And one of the interviews, he spoke about like, yo, he's seen the tweets, he's seen people doubting him. It's funny how people coming around now.
1 year ago when you signed with the Eagles, we went and saw the best takes exposed. So what's your reaction?
Yeah, I literally sent this to one of my best friends. I can't use the actual words, but I said they were really on my you know what.
They were really.
That's part of it. Everyone has a take, but one thing about it is you're either going to be on the right side of history or the wrong side of history, and hopefully I can continue proving them wrong.
What? He's not going to work out, or he's washed, this, that, and the third. And look what happened now. The narrative is that, oh, Jalen Hurts was carried by Saquon. Even though we went to a Super Bowl without Saquon, let's just keep it a buck. We went to one. Saquon was just the cherry on top. He was the cherry on top. And to be fair to Jalen Hurts, we didn't win the Super Bowl because of Saquon. We literally won because of Jalen Hurts. I'll just say, but this is about Saquon, and I want to congratulate him, man. Well deserved, especially after the Giants just kicked him out the back door. Like, he ain't worth the money. Hell, we gave him a bonus. Like, you deserve more money. We don't know what the Giants talking about. All right, so I want to talk about this Jalen Carter thing. So Jeremiah Trotter went on WIP and he spoke about, Jalen Carter. And to sum up what he said he got word within the building that Jalen Carter is still underdeveloped.
Like seeing a kid like Jalen Carter just burst onto the scene and just like command the entire defensive line. It felt like how great of a player could we be watching in Jalen Carter?
Well, we knew going into the draft he was the best player in the draft. He's just dropped because he had some off the field issues, right? So he was, to me, it wasn't. I ain't gonna say it wasn't close, but he was on most people's boards. He was the best player in the draft that year, and he fell to the Eagles at what, 10, 11?
I think they traded up to 9.
9?
Yeah.
So there's nothing he's doing surprises me, And the word is on the street, he doesn't even know how to play the position yet. I'm listen from some guys I talked to inside. He doesn't even know how to play the position yet. Wow. He's just playing off of raw talent.
Wow.
So the sky's the limit for this kid, So I'm excited about his future.
I don't think he was saying that as a knock. It does sound like a borderline diss or borderline offensive, but I get what Trotter was trying to say is that, look, we consider him number 1, number 2 right now, and he's not even fully ready yet. He don't really even know how to play the position yet at a high level, and we consider him top 3, top 2 defensive tackle in the league. I heard Fletcher Cox say the same thing. Who else said that? It was a couple guys that said that. Like, yo, if he do this thing right and that thing right, he could be the best in the league. I'm not sure if he got those things right, in my opinion. I'm just watching the game, and what I see by the game is that this dude get double teamed. He's hard to stop. He got violent hands. That's what I see as a fan, but maybe I'll talk to an official D tackle or a guy that played in the league. Like, nah, he's good, but there's certain things he's missing. Now, I will say this. If he's underdeveloped, I feel bad for the league because we're talking about year 5, year 6, around that time when he hit his prime and he's fully developed, he's going to take the league by storm. He's going to take the league by storm if this is considered underdeveloped, what I'm seeing as a fan in my eyes. That's underdeveloped. And I'm telling you, Jalen Carter is a dog. But I've seen a lot of Eagles fans take it like, yo, why is he dissing Jalen Carter? I don't really see it as a diss. I see it more like, yo, he can still be better. And again, right now he's top 2. Think about it. Guys top 2, he can still be better. Because you know how some guys, they hit their ceiling, that's them. Even though they top 5, top 3, and you cool with that. But if he's top 2, top 3, and he can get better, that's a good thing. Borderline offensive, but it's a good thing. Because to me, Jalen Carter is so dominant, so good. You basically play beside him, you guaranteed a big contract. Probably not with the Eagles, but you damn near. Milton Williams gonna get paid. If Jordan Davis get his body right, he's gonna get paid. Our edges are going to get paid because you got to double team Jalen Carter. So that leaves Nolan Smith 1-on-1. That leaves Jalen Hunt 1-on-1. I believe Azeez Ojulari is going to make the team. That leaves him 1-on-1. Joshua O'Shea, that leaves him 1-on-1. So you got a lot of 1-on-1 opportunities because the main focus is on stopping Jalen Carter, because we know what happens when Jalen Carter 1-on-1. Just ask the Rams. Ask the Rams when you leave Jalen Carter 1-on-1. All right, so let's get into the last topic. Let's talk about Nolan Smith, man. So Brandon Graham spoke on Nolan Smith, and he's saying like, yo, we passed the torch down to him. He is the guy. But let me play that clip.
Yeah, Nolan for sure. He got the torch right now. I mean, that room changed drastically real fast. With now he's the guy. Sweaty gone, myself, Milt left. I mean, all the guys, everything, all signs pointing is Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis in the tackle room, and then you got Nolan Smith, who got to take a big leap. He already did in the plan wise. Now he got to make sure that they vocally you address stuff that need to be addressed, because we got to make sure we practice in a certain way, making sure it's looking a certain way, but it's gonna be our way, the way we do it. But we got to maximize how people plan, what people can do, and make sure that we always getting the best out of them, because they believe in what you're doing. So he got to be able to lead by example and what he do on that field, and then they gonna want to hear him a little more this year, especially because he won one and he was in it last year, and he took that next step. Now he got to take that next step of leadership, and I think he will.
Couldn't agree more. He is the guy. He is the number one guy. I got to keep it real. My thing with Nolan Smith, and I said this time and time again in the video, y'all guys gonna get mad at me every single time I say it. I just got to see him healthy. I got to see him healthy. You know, he got injured in the Super Bowl. And the reason why we not really talking about it is because it was the Super Bowl and it was the last game of the year. When I look at it, me watching the game, me analyzing the game, I'm like, okay, he was playing a little bit of snaps in the beginning. He was able to stay healthy. When they ramped up his snaps, he got hurt. In college, he got hurt. Well, year 1, he got hurt. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm seeing a bad trend. Let's see how you do with more snaps and can he stay healthy. Let's say majority of the season. Let's be realistic. It's football. You're going to get knick-knacks here and there, but not another torn tricep or anything like that. You don't want to see those type of injuries at all. So I just want a full, healthy season from Nolan Smith. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel? Jalen Carter, you still got more to work on? We'll see. Nolan Smith, he's the guy. And Saquon Barkley, congratulations. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.